has changed dramatically. And the large tech companies are now like large companies everywhere. They have whole institutions of governance, they have embedded competitors, they have opponents, they have political strategies, and so forth and so on. And I don't think that's going to change. They're clearly going to be bigger, and certainly big tech will be bigger. And the simple answer there is because they're doing even more fundamental work. These global platforms are of enormous value to our nation. And as an example, if you're confused by that point, think about Huawei and its 5G leadership has turned out to be a 5G global platform that we don't control, and we don't like that as a country. So how do I think technology will change? I think that there's just going to be more investment, more entrepreneurs. The digital future that we've talked about for so long is arriving much quicker than I thought. Think about remote learning. Just imagine what the world will be like. Do you really need to go, another example, for stores? Don't you think that online and offline are going to get a lot more blended together? Makes sense to me.
So, as you look at the future, are you an optimist about the future of this country, or are you more pessimistic now because we have this crisis and we have an economic recession, or maybe worse than a recession?
Well, I am an insufferable optimist about America and our entrepreneurial capability. If you look at the various policy failures, governance, presidents, and so forth and so on, the thing that has been extraordinary about America is our ability to innovate and invent our future. And that is clearly ahead of us. I am personally extremely frustrated right now that we can't seem to get our strategy straight in the short term. I repeated mine, right? Wash your hands, wear a mask, social distancing, be outside, right? That would cut deaths. Other governors have done very smart things. The governor of Florida, for example, banned nursing home visits very early. Florida is full of older people. And so that clearly affected it. So there's a set of things in which I just gave you my list. If we could just agree on these basic rules, like more testing is good, more data is good, building the surveillance systems, we can get through this. And we can get through it a lot more quickly than people think we are.
So, as we've gone through this crisis, what have you learned about yourself?
On a personal basis, I, like many, many people, enjoy the sort of social life of dinners and the working life of conferences. I've spent a great deal of time with my life spending time in such settings, and I really miss them. And as successful as Zoom and Google Meet and others are, there's something about human presence and human touch that we're not going to get rid of in the digital world anytime soon.